Ben Johnson talks about the issues with the Chicago Bears pass rush. We're going to discuss that and dive into the mailbag. All that and more on today's Chicago Bears Central.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm joined by my brother C-Dub in the building. What's going on, Dub?
What's the word, man? Let's get cracking, man. You know, Sunday is a long day.
Bro. Sunday is going to be a long day for us, bro. We got 2 live calls, 2 post-game shows, everything going on. But let's talk about these Bears, bro. So Ben Johnson was asked about the Chicago Bears pass rush and the problems that they've had there. He said this: "That's a deep question. We've got to capitalize on opportunities when we get one-on-one and tackle or on a guard. That's really what it comes down to. If it's play action, then we have to transition to rushers fast. Last week in particular, we didn't build and lead on that team. We allowed them to keep the run game going. We had a strong emphasis going into the game of stopping the run game, and so as the game went on, they were able to live in that moment in the play action world, which makes the pass rush a lot more challenging. All in all, you know what I'm going to take? We'll talk about the pass rush here in a second, Dub. But I love that as a head coach, Ben Johnson understands that he has to know what's going on with the defense too. Matt Eberflus didn't know shit about the offense as the head coach. He was a defensive-minded head coach. I'm not saying that Ben Johnson has the most in-depth bag knowledge defensively, but he does seem like, all right, he is staying on top of what they're working on and what they're trying to do going into each game, even defensively. And we've always talked about, as a head coach, you have to have your finger on the pulse of everything. How do you feel about Ben Johnson's comments about the pass rush?
I just feel like it's responsible, just like you just spoke eloquently about. We need a head coach that's going to be on top of everything. If one side of the offense, if one side of the football game is your strong suit, we need you to spend as much attention on the other side, the defensive side. Maybe that isn't true in this case, but Ben Johnson is taking responsibility for the failings or shortcomings of the defense this season, and he's trying to improve those retroactively. So I appreciate that coming from where we come from in the last couple of years. So let's see if this pays off, and I think it will. It'll pay off at the end for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I think it will too. I think it kind of has to pay off for the Chicago Bears because we know that we need that, right? Like we need to get that together. There's no doubt about that. So hopefully this is something that does pay off for the Bears, and that we see a much better effort from this team in regards to that. Because if we can get consistent pressure, we're getting Austin Booker back. We did lose Kyle Gordon. He's on injury reserve, but we are bringing in CJ Gardner-Johnson, who is also pretty good in picking up some pass rush and blitzing time. I love that we're moving him from safety back to nickel, where he's really thrived at when he's been in that slot on the defensive side of the ball. So that's going to be something to watch. Now, this Bengals team is a team that you can easily get caught up in and overlook. Like I've said many times, the Bears are not in a luxury spot to be able to overlook anyone. I don't give a damn if they was playing CBC in football. They can't overlook our asses, bro.
That's a fact, man. We have not earned any credibility, this season. We still trying to find ourselves in this league, a young team, young head coach, young quarterback, young coaching staff, an exception for others, except for a couple. So we're building ourselves. We try to build that reputation, try to build fear, if you want to say. These guys coming into town, this is what we expect from this team. So let's just keep building, man. That's never let a rock like a loss in a team that's trying to build with this. Know our team that we're trying to build, and a loss, it's not a roadblock. It's just a learning experience. That's all.
And that's great. That's a great point. Like everything's a learning experience when it comes down to, and we got a lot of people that are still growing on this team. Gervon Dexter's leading us in sacks, I think, right now. No, Montez back to leading us. I think Gervon's second. But we got to find a way to. It's not just about the sack number. Like, don't get me wrong. It's great to have a bunch of sacks. Like, I would love to have that. But it's also about the pressure. You got to make. I want to see the Bears first make quarterbacks consistently uncomfortable. Like, do that first, and then when you do that, then you can start building off of that and start putting them in the dirt more, right? So it's about consistently making them uncomfortable, and that's where I would love the Bears to see. We're in week 9 now. Like, over the last 10 games of the season, focus on make every quarterback you face uncomfortable, more so than not. And if you do that, that's going to lead to positive things for your team. That's going to make it easier on the coverage team, all that type of stuff. You just got to make them uncomfortable. And for too long, we've let quarterbacks sit in the pocket and start picking apart the secondary. It's bad enough our secondary has already been hit with injuries since literally the start of. We have never gotten to see our starting secondary out there at all at any point this season.
It will not.
Yeah.
It will not. Gardner-Johnson, I love that pickup that we grabbed this young man. I think he'll be able to hold down that Kyler Gordon position for a long time this season. I don't think Kyler Gordon's coming back. He's on injured reserve, so he's out of there. So Gardner-Johnson will have to hold that down, and we're going to have to find a way to make the quarterback uncomfortable. I'll tell you what, it ain't too many games this season where I've seen the quarterback that was uncomfortable playing against our Chicago Bears. So that was a great thing that you stated right there. We got to make the quarterback uncomfortable.
Yeah. And hopefully we can start doing that. We're facing off against this Bengals team. And like I said, you cannot overlook anybody. We'll see what the Bears get done in that case. But, Dub, it's mailbag day. That means we got voicemails that we need to get to, bro. We got 3 that we're going to get to today. This first one that we're getting to, this one's from Trenton.
Yo, this is Trenton from Nashville. This is my second time calling. I just had a crazy, I'm on my way to work, driving, no music, nothing going on. I'm thinking about C.J. Gardner-Johnson on our team. I think he does provide a big boost to our defense, especially just with injuries in general, and he has that fire. But I think he's going to do something to Caleb that's going to be so important for Caleb's growth. I think Caleb had a lot of dick riders on the team. Everybody's supposed to like Caleb. Everybody loves Caleb. I think C.J. Gardner-Johnson's going to come in and talk shit, get under his ass, get under his skin. I don't think he's just going to come in and dick ride just like most of the other players do and most players do with their quarterbacks. I think Gardner-Johnson's going to come in and be a dickhead. And I think that's going to be so important for Caleb's growth, just mentally strengthening and fortitude. I don't know. I might be reaching, but I just think it would be very important towards his growth mentally. All right, that's all I got. I'm very excited to see number 35 go out there and hit somebody hard as fuck. But all right, I appreciate you, Hayes. Listen to your show every day. Chicago up, Nashville up, tear the fuck down. See ya.
First of all, Nashville up is wild with all the racism out there. I'm just playing.
Hey,
listen, Nashville is a beautiful city, but if y'all don't know Nashville, you'll quickly find out Nashville got some shit going on. But here's what I'll say to that, and I'll throw to you, Dub, is that I don't know how much C.J. Gardner-Johnson is going to come in and be a dick to the starting quarterback that this team is trying to develop, but I do think he does bring some needed edge on this team for sure that I think is going to show itself out on the football field when we're facing off against our opponents. What do you think, Dub?
If C.J. Gardner-Johnson comes over here and disrespect Caleb, that's like fucking your boss's wife or something. Like, you can't do that, bro. I don't know how much is that going to work, bro, to intentionally come and try to frustrate Caleb Williams. I will say he can help him in practice at the very least with his experience and skill. I think it'll help Dennis Allen if it help anybody else, because it seems that Dennis Allen, his job as a defensive coordinator becomes easy when he had a guy like Kyler Gordon out there on the field. So that's one thing that he can probably help, but stay away from trying to fuck with Caleb Williams. He's trying to do something right now. You better sit your ass down, CJ.
Yes. I mean, CJ's at the spot that he's at for a reason. CJ's trying to make sure that he can stay on with the team. I don't think but all jokes aside, I get what Trenton's getting at, is that somebody that's come in and kind of challenge Caleb a little bit. And like I said, I don't think that there's a lack of that on this team. I don't think people are really looking at Caleb like, hey, we can't say nothing to Caleb. We got to dick ride Caleb. I've never really gotten that feel from this team at all. I do think they support Caleb, and I do think that they do want to see Caleb be good because they know how important it is to winning football games. But I don't necessarily get that feel. But I'm not in the practice every day, so I can't say that for sure either. But I do think like CJ is going to come in here and bring in a new level of energy, and at the midseason point to bring in some energy for a team that's been decimated by injuries. That I think that's going to be a big part of this. He's going to bring some toughness, and you do need some assholes out there on the field for some time, and I do think he's going to be that. I just don't see him being that. I don't know if I want to see him be that to Caleb, though. Is what I'm basically saying.
Yeah, that's crazy work. And just to quickly, I don't think we have a guy with that type of disposition or attitude. CJ, he's an irritant. He's an irritant. He a shit starter. So I think this may be good. Let's change. Let's throw a curveball into the pitch count. Let's see what happens. I think it'll be good for this defensive unit.
Absolutely. What's going on? It's your boy Hayes, and as you guys know, I love sports. That's all I do with my free time is watch any and every sport out there. Because of that, I've teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook to bring you guys a great deal. New customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Plus, you get 3 months of NBA League Pass on us. Again, new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Stay in on the action and use bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. If you love the thrill of live betting, DraftKings has got you covered for that as well. Bet live on star player props and in-progress games right as they happen. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't even worry about it. You can still join on the action with fun DraftKings daily fantasy sports and have a shot at cash prizes. All you got to do is use our code Bear Central. Again, you're already here at the channel. You're here every single day. Just use the code Bear Central. You guys already know it. So use that code Bear Central and tell them Hayes sent you. Peace. All right, let's get into the next voicemail, man. This one's from Keys.
What's the deal, fellas? It's your boy Keys, man. Hope all is well with you guys. That being said, let's get to it, y'all. So, looking at the keys, quote unquote, funny, of the game, man, and it comes down. It's always gonna come down to our line against the Bengals. How can we exploit and get yards against this Bengals defense? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to be able to get takeaways on our defense, from our defense to help with the scores? Because it's obvious that when we get multiple takeaways, we have been able to win games. You know what I'm saying? And how will we respond when we don't, or at least get one takeaway? Because obviously we get one or fewer or zero, we've lost. So we got to see how that come about. But specifically players that I want to see shine on Sunday against the Bengals. Of course, we got to start with the top guy, Caleb. You got to play better. Kyle Monangai, it looked like it's going to be your chance. And, I look at Kyle Monangai, and I want to put him in the same box similar to how Tampa Bay did Bucky Irvin. Bucky Irvin was a backup, and he got his chance, and now he's the top guy with the Buccaneers. You know what I'm saying? So this could be a shot for Monangai to, show that he's a number one running back. Austin Booker. We haven't had the pass rush, except for with the exception of, Gervon and Montez, that we needed to help get sacks. We know what you produced in the preseason, bro. Now you're going against number ones. I want to see what you bring to the table. Are you somebody where we don't – well, we still got drafted, but, where if it's a deficit that comes up, where we're going to spend that first-round pick on a guy that I highly like in the draft. Go look up Cassius Howell from Texas A&M. Fucking monster. Who I think would come in and help, but just provide that depth, man, because we're not getting it from a guy that we spent $16 or $48 million on. And Gervon Dexter. I want to see what you bring, bro. I think that we spent that second-round pick on you, and, of course, everybody wanted to go with Jalen Carter, but I want to see you do damage against this offensive line. I want to see you come out this game with 2 sacks, dog. And our receivers, we got to step up and play a little bit better. Tight ends got to play a little bit better. But, Caleb, again, it comes back to you, man. You have to say fuck it and just stay within the system, stay within the scheme, and just trust what Ben's telling you, bro. But let me know what you guys think, as always. Shout y'all up, bear down.
What do you think about the keys to the game from Keys on that one, C-Dub?
Hey, shout out my boy Keys. Just to touch on the beginning of your statement there, Keys. I think the keys to the game on both offense and defense is execute. Execute the run offense, execute the pass offense, execute the run defense, execute the pass defense. You talked about some guys. My guy Kyle Monangai, man. We've been talking about this guy Drip since the preseason, since the offseason training camp. And we talked about opportunity for this kid. This is his biggest opportunity right
Absolutely.
here. He finna get most of the toes. I don't even know how many times Roshan is gonna get a chance to run the ball this game.
Roshan ain't healthy either.
But so he might get over 25 touches today, Mr. Kyle Monangai. If we're playing correctly, he'll get 25 touches. Let's see what he can do. This is his opportunity right now. You don't get a lot of these. Austin Booker, I've been waiting for you, God dog it, since that performance in that first damn preseason game. Now you got to come in and make a splash, man. And then when it comes to the defensive line, I said I'm not going to give expectations to one particular player because I don't feel we have an elite pass rusher on this defense. I think we need to do it as a unit. And whoever breaks out and has a multiple sack game, I'll take it. Let's all do our job and just beat the one-on-ones. That's it.
I think those are all great points. Like it does come down to execution. You got to go out there, and I think Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen both as play callers. We saw last week for the first time both these guys be very timid in their play calling. Dennis Allen, because of the number of defensive backs we had hurt. We know that that's an important part of his system and scheme. But I think at this point in the season, we're at week 9. Go out there and call your game. Either you got the guys say, I'm not saying that you like call things that don't play to the strengths of who you have, but like I'm tired of seeing the tippy toeing around it. Just go out there and call your playbook. Like either you got the guys to execute it or not. But at this point, we ain't gonna win games by trying to play it safe, bro. Like it's just not happening. Like the win streak is over. The win streak, maybe you can build a new one, but the win streak is over. I don't give a fuck about that win streak no more. We're not here to try to repeat that. I'm trying to win football games. Especially Ben Johnson, Declan Doyle, like you still got weapons on this team that we haven't even utilized necessarily in the best ways. Cole Kmet needs more targets. Colston Loveland needs more targets. You got a guy in Kyle Monangai that you said after the first damn preseason game, you trust him, and we ain't seen that shit for real since then. Little bits and glimpses, right? So the fact that Swift's out now, and you're coming into this with Kyle Monangai as the guy that you are going to be your de facto number one. I'm looking at this as if I'm Kyle Monangai, I'm coming into this game like every time you put the ball in my hands, I'm about to put some people in the dirt because I do break tackles, and I'm about to try to make a game or break and play because listen, this is the time where now you can make them take notice. If anybody's been doubting you, if they've been hesitant to use you, Kyle Monangai's job now is to come into this game and after this, Ben Johnson looking like, well, fuck, now we got to get this nigga 15 touches a game. Like,
say, look, that is absolutely right. And I trust this kid. He already showed me that he got the motivation and determination to play well out there on the court. I just think that Dennis Allen is the most I'm watching because it's a stark difference between him having, I ain't going to say all of his players because I don't think he had all of his players, from most of his players to a lot of fill-ins in the defensive lineup. It's a stark difference. You can see the difference in play calling.
Absolutely. So go out there and make it happen. We'll see. But execution is a great thing that you have to get to. And I also think this is a team that is one of the worst rushing defenses in the rush protection defenses in the league. Go out there and run it over them. And they also are giving up 35 points a game. If you don't catch your rhythm in this game, I don't know what to say, bro.
And it's getting cold outside, Drew.
And that's supposed to be our territory.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be where we thrive at. Yeah.
You can't stop the run in December. I don't know how you win football games.
So we'll see. But let's get into this last voicemail that we got today, man. We're going to go ahead and play this one now.
What up? It's your boy B Mason. We about to get into that. Happy Halloween, CBC. And don't let nobody steal your spirit, Hayes. Wear your mask if you want to. Now, Bobby, I know you said you might be at this game. We in Ohio. Pull up. We tailgating. We out there. I ain't hard to find. I'm a huge Ben Johnson fan. I just want to let y'all know that. Big fan. He ain't for the bullshit. That's the type of coach I was when I was coaching them 11 and 12-year-olds. Lastly, you can call me a baddie if you want to, but if Tyson does happen to come in and play some series, I probably will feel more confident with him in the game winning this, besides 18 being in there. That's just me. Y'all know Chicago's favorite player on the team is always the backup QB. Talk about my football knowledge if you want to, or how I don't know anything. My eyes do work, though. So I do be seeing what's going on in those games. Lastly, I want y'all brothers to keep up the good work that y'all doing on CBC. This is the only outlet I really watch for Bears content, and this is probably the only Bears content creators that let us interact as fans. So I appreciate y'all. And since day one, put your drinks up. We're going to celebrate. And if y'all out here, let's shut Cincinnati down. Chi-Town in this bitch. Chi-Town up, Bear down.
Damn, B Mason.
Bro, first of all, the fact he said he was coaching 11 and 12-year-olds, you look like an 11 and 12-year-old. That's why you're out there. But no, shout out, all love to B Mason. But listen, you say this.
Always.
Listen, to say that you wouldn't be mad, like you see what you do. So you see Bajan with overthrows too? Do you see Bajan with inaccurate? Like the thing is that I get it why when Caleb is struggling, people are like, well, maybe we need to go something different. But I think some people romanticize what Bajan has done. Like, he's looked good as a backup. But, every time we've seen him out there, it's been the most simplistic game possible. And he still fucking made mistakes and throwing interceptions. But go ahead, Dub. How you feeling, bro?
B Mace, bro. You think you slick, bro.
He's trying to trigger us, bro.
He's trying to get us triggered for we can get some clips off. We know what's going on right here, B Mace. To all you Tyson Bagent fans, bro, settle down, sit back, bro. It's not gonna happen, bro. Unless Caleb fall off a fucking cliff. It's not gonna happen. Y'all just stop it. And B Mace, that was a dirty and nasty trick that you just tried to pull, bro. You tried to get us to get up here and tweak, didn't you, bro? Think you slick. We love you, bro. Well, good try. You gotta be better than that, bro. You ain't gonna trick us like
mad that he got the same amount of hang time that DeMar DeRozan got on them braids. But let me be clear, all this is in fun, bro. B Mace's family, like that he is literally family, and he knew what he was doing when he left. He was probably smiling the whole time because he's an asshole. He knew exactly what he was doing when he left that voicemail. I hate you, motherfucker. I hate you, bro.
You hear all that shit at the end, man. We love you.
Exactly.
We love CBC. You don't even want to let us come in. You think he's slick?
That boy crazy, bro. I hope Bobby do link up with him and trip your ass. That's what I hope happens. I hope he trip your ass. That's crazy. That's wild. But Dub, this is the last time people gonna see us, bro, before the game. Anything you want to say before we get up out of here, brother?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people had some negative, and it's rightfully so from that disappointing loss in a game that we probably should have won. But it seems like a lot of people jumped off the train, off the bus, bro. I'm really surprised at you guys, bro. I'm not gonna hate on you, but I will advise you guys to have a little patience with this team we are building, bro. Have a little patience with Caleb Williams. Have a little patience with Ben Johnson. There's some players on this team that you should not have patience on, like a Montez Sweat, guys in that ilk. But as a team, generally, let's have a little patience, guys. Please. We 4-3.
And I get it. Everybody wanted it. Like, the thing is, every fan, I'm not separating ourselves. We want the Bears to fix every problem all in one season. It's not realistic, bro. It's just not realistic. We've set a nice base. And with this new coaching staff, And I think we'll really see it, better health next season, but I think we'll really see it jump off next season. But, like, this season ain't done. And, yeah, it's not as pretty as what everybody wanted it to be. Caleb don't look like the next coming of goddamn fucking Tom Brady like everybody wanted him to be in year 2. But you do have to have some patience. It's not as simple as flipping a switch. It's not as simple as even getting all the right guys and boom, you're just taking off. It still takes time. A lot of these guys that we have on this team are the right guys. I guarantee, I'm telling y'all right now, I am stamping it. A lot of these guys, Luther Burton, Romo Dunze, Colston Loveland, these guys are going to be the guys. I fully trust that. And even Caleb Williams. But it's not as simple as getting those guys and boom, add water, we're off to the races. It takes some time. And that's why, like, once I really looked and dug into how Josh Allen's career started, it really made me calm down a little bit more. They was ready to throw that motherfucker out of Buffalo, bro. They was ready to throw him out of Buffalo.
Yes, I remember.
And then all it took was one season when he finally put it all together, and now look at him, one of the best quarterbacks in the game of football. Just calm down. I know we've already been waiting 30 years plus years for a franchise quarterback. I get it. But you can't put that on every new quarterback that comes in and is like, boom, you got to live up to the last 30 years. Let that man be him. Let him develop at his rate. We got the right coaches now to develop him. We going to get it done. It's just going to take some time, y'all.
Yeah, that was greatly stated by Drip, and it seems like most of y'all just going from Sega Genesis to PlayStation 6, bro, and we don't know how to act. That's all it is.
That's crazy.
You're moving too fast. You're moving too fast, bro. Let's take our time, and let these guys.
You know what it is? A
develop,
lot of these motherfuckers is the same one that on date one they sit on the couch with the girl and they keep doing that. Thrusting, trying to get some head. Y'all, everybody know the move. We not finna act like it. Everybody know everybody know the move. We've all done it. Chill out. It's gonna be okay.
Hell no, that was perfect.
Yeah. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure you guys are following us at Shy Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. We the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Chi-Town up, Bear down. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.